Name's Roger Boaty. Mr. George Roger Boaty.
Hello, my lovelies. Good evening and welcome to this potentially very short Friday Night Live. And it's a joy to have you here with me at Windy Bottom here in the old Peak District. Good evening, Jimmy Quinn. Hello, Matt. Hello, Black Lions. Hi, Sven. Hi, Chaz. And hi, Skick. Thank you for joining me. And hello, Simone as well. And Rover Joe and Dave Smith, who says we have come here for a better quality live stream. And I don't blame you. Bloody hell, that was boring, wasn't it? God, it was like Mogadon. Talk about sending you to sleep. Or maybe that's what we want at that time of night. Anyway, the point is, welcome, welcome, welcome. And tonight, all I'm going to do is say hello to you and try to give you potentially £100,000. Yes, that's right. The opportunity to be just one scratch away from £100,000. And there's a question. If you did win £100,000, what would you do with it? Now, before Jimmy Quinn jumps in and answers that, I can tell you what Jimmy would do with it. He would withdraw the cash and he'd put it in his underpants drawer with the other £300,000 that he's already got there. And then he would go out and buy a fillet steak, I imagine. Oh my goodness me. Cheeseburger's here and says, you haven't said hello to me, you miserable sod, because you hadn't bloody typed anything when I was saying the hellos. Arseface. Good evening, Cheeseburger. It's an absolute joy. Mustard is here. That's not for me. Mustard, we've got our very own scratch card for Sunday or Monday, and it's a £2 one. Double value for thee and me, my lad. Honestly, this time on Tuesday, we could both be significantly less poor than we are now. I'd get 3/4 of a tank of fuel, says Black Lines. I would buy Ripley's Fish and Chips, says Dave Smith. Well, perhaps you should, Dave Smith. It's I'm not sure how good a business it is. I drive past it every night on the way to our beautiful restaurant that does not serve fish and chips. And it looks like a large building. And it doesn't look like it gets that much footfall, but there we are. And Skick says, I wish you would listen, Mustard. Mustard, why are you not listening to Skick? Listen to him immediately and act upon his words of wisdom and erudition. Yeah, you do it because I don't. Actually, I have listened to Skick a bit and I have kind of acted upon his words. Oh, did you, Jimmy? Oh, right, okay. And Stephen S. Paul is here. Simone says, if I won the winnings, I would help my best friend not to lose her house. Oh, gosh. Well, that's, commiserations to your best friend, and that's a very worthy idea of what to do with 100,000 quid, Simone. Bless you. I've always had the feeling that you're a nice person, you know, underneath your insane desires to set fire to everything and then piss all over it. But, you know, even the best people have faults, don't they? Although as faults go, wishing to set fire to people and piss on them is probably up there. It's probably a worse fault than seasoning your food before you taste it. Oh, a hidden message, how exciting. This could be filth. And we all like some filth at this time of night, don't we? I would buy an hour with a hooker. That would be 10 visits, says Cheeseburger. Yeah, well, shall we tell Roger Boaty's mother to brace herself? An hour with a hooker for 100,000 quid. Sodding hell, Cheeseburger. Where were you? Where were you when I had a brothel? You would have thought you were getting the most insane bargain of your life if you'd come to my place. I mean, back in those days, an hour would have been 50 quid. 50 quid, and that's with everything, even the dirty stuff. Oh, right, no, Boaty, says Simone, only shit binnies get the piss treatment. That's not fair, Simone. You did say that you would piss on something else, and I can't remember what it was, but you were very blatant and open about it. Mustard says, wouldn't your nice cars be of more interest than your bike, Skick? I watched that bit of Mustard's absolutely wonderful live stream that I would never say anything derogatory about. And I noticed that Skick has a Maserati Merak SS. And I'm wondering if it's a genuine SS or whether he fell into the same trap that Clarkson did and bought a non-SS that somebody had just bought an SS decal and stuck on, which was pretty amusing, you have to say. Anyway, let us try and give away this £100,000. How are we going to do it, I hear you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. So sit down, shut up, button your ears back. Right, to win this potentially life-changing scratch card, you have got, you've got to win tonight's Boaty's Infuriator. Now, you know how the Infuriator works. I've explained it to you 1,000 times, and you've all told me, never do this again, it's really annoying. Well, yeah, that's why it's called an Infuriator. It is designed to be annoying. Do I need to look at any comments? Oh, good morning, Boat, says Ross. Good morning to you, Ross. I did that one. I did that one as well. I did that one, and I did that one. I would pay, says Black Lines, for people's electricity and gas if I saw them topping up with those keys at a pay point, especially if they were young parents. I remember that particular hell very vividly. I tell you what, mate, that is exactly the kind of thing that I would do. So good on you for even having that thought. Yeah, that exactly the sort of thing that I would do. Anyway, Boaty's Infuriator. You have to give me 3 answers to 3 questions. Okay? You're not allowed to give me a single answer. You have to answer all 3 at the same time. I will tell you how many, if any, you've got correct, but I will not tell you which ones you've got correct. All right? And the first person to give 3 correct answers wins Boaty's Infuriator and wins the scratch card, which is potentially worth no less than £100,000. Gosh, how exciting is this? Okay, so you're going to want to start guessing. And if you're... a hidden message from Mustard. Do one of your erotic stories, Boaty. No, they're Saturdays, mate. They're Saturdays. I would pay, says Cheeseburger, to electrify Boaty's chair. Well, fuck you and the horse you rode in on, Cheeseburger. If you did that, I would somehow divert the electricity so I didn't have to pay for it. And I would pay. All right, technically it is Saturday Black Lines, but you know what I mean. Anyway, right, questions. Right, these are the 3 answers that you have to give me, all right? And I don't want to be here forever. I've got other things to do, quite honestly, and you all want to get to bed, God knows. So let's rattle through this, and then we can all piss off and have a wonderful bank holiday weekend. Oh, and I'm so looking forward to meeting some of you, as many of you as possible, on Sunday. Assuming that I can get my fat ass out of bed at that time in the morning. But God knows I'm going to try. Oh, and sandwich choice has been made. And where's it gone? It's going to be sausages, and I didn't go for the pickled willy. I went for this, onion chutney. That is what is going on my sausage sandwiches for Sunday. That's exciting, isn't it? You see, this is the sort of thing that sets me apart from other lesser YouTubers. You can go on about furious driving Matt and his wonderful photography skills. You can talk about James and his tremendous enthusiasm and amazing vehicles. What other YouTuber at 10 past midnight on a Friday night is willing to show you his newly purchased onion chutney? You don't get this from anybody else. Oh God, I should be a lot more less poor and less unfamous than I am. It's an absolute outrage. Hang on. Now then. For fuck's sake, what's the question, says Cheeseburger. Okay, 3 questions. Get ready. Get those answers coming. One of you is going to be rich, not rich, or incredibly disappointed. Oh, and if you live overseas and are worrying about entering because of the postage costs, don't worry. If you happen to be an Australasian person, or you live in the United States of Confusion, don't worry. If you win, I will scratch the card live on your behalf, and I will transfer any winnings to you electronically. So there you go. Okay. Oh, where do we send the photos of our sausages and taters? Oh yeah, this came up in Mustard Stream. Okay. Next week, starting Monday at midnight, it is the inaugural Boaty's World Bangers and Mash Off. So basically, you've got 7 days to submit as many pictures of a Bangers and Mash based meal that you have cooked yourself, along with a description of it. Get them all in, and then when the week is up, I'm going to create a poll, my darlings. Yes, a poll with all of the entrants, and the Boaty's World community will vote on them, and whoever wins, whoever gets the most votes, will get a scratch card. And I can tell you that Beards and Bangers, who is a competitive little muddy funster, although apparently not so little, I think I'm meeting him on Sunday. I'll find out just how little or non-little he is. I'm rather looking forward to that. Do you know what? I remember that when I'll tell you the questions in a minute. Going back to the drain pipe of dreams, I remember threatening to hold Joseph Lloyd in a manly embrace. And he actually commented on the video saying something along the lines of, please don't. But I might make that my thing on Sunday. I might have a shower earlier than expected, because I'm not actually due one until September now. But I might have a shower and see how many people I can hold in a manly embrace. and I'll film it and I'll put it on OnlyFans. I'll put it on YouTube. What? Oh yeah, everything oh right, oh dear. The three answers, says Dave Smith, who's appearing as himself tonight, and not as Plop's Garage or Boaty's Turds or any other of his pseudonyms. Only when I cough, if you're downwind, and if I'm your mum. Time to get myself down to Asda to get a bangers and mash ready meal, says Rover Joe. Go for it. You can enter that. You're not going to win, mate, but you can enter it by all means. Yeah, there are no restrictions on this. Enter whatever the hell you like, unless, oh yeah, not a restaurant meal or a cafe or anything like that. But a ready meal you can get away with. As long as you heat it up yourself as a bare minimum, it can be entered. A bit like my second fiance. If you warmed her up a bit, she could be entered as well. Oh, she was a girl. What? I should say so. The answers are, oh, questions. Holy crap, says Dave Smith. Waffle, and spells it wrong 3 times in a row. It's with an A, my dear chap, not an O. Okay, questions. 3 answers that I need are: what is my chest size in inches? What is my waist size in inches? And what size are my feet? Okay, 3 questions, 3 answers, go for it. First person to answer correctly gets the old £100,000 scratch card. And can you hurry up, please? I want to get on with other things. Oh, that was a quick answer. Okay, Blackline says 46, 44, 12. 0 out of 3 Blacklines. Simone says, dunno. Well, you're kind of correct in that you obviously don't know. But in terms of Boaty's Infuriator and the £100,000, sod all, Simone. Nil pois. 0 zilch nada. Try again. Cheeseburger says... Cheeseburger says all 3 are bigger than your dick. And that's absolutely correct, Cheeseburger. I will own up to that. They are indeed all bigger than my dick. Bigger than yours too, Sunshine. Let's not... Oh, hello. Matt says 42, 36, 11. We're getting close. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 for my unpaid intern. Rover Joe says double D for chest size. I did specify I wanted it in inches, Rover Joe. Because you disobeyed my instructions, I will flick my bra at you on Sunday. That'll bloody teach you. It has to be 12 inches, says Blackline, because it's a foot. Jimmy Quinn says 46, 34, 11. 1 out of 3, Jimmy. Skick says 48 chest, 38 waist, size 9 shoes. 1 out of 3, Skick. Tall, big and sexy, says D-Mac. And that's why D-Mac is one of my favourite subscribers. I've no idea, Cheeseburger, which Birmingham band recorded Question. Not a clue. Blackline says 42... 38, 11. 1 out of 3 Blacklines. Simone says 42, 32, 11. 1 out of 3, Simone. And D-Mac says, hello everyone. Rover Joe is rolling about on the floor, laughing and quite possibly wetting himself. Ross says 42, 36, 12. 1 out of 3, Ross. Jimmy Quinn says 46, 36, 11. 2 out of 3, Jimmy Quinn. Russ tries again. 42, 36, 9. 1 out of 3, Russ. Black Lions, 42, 32, 10, 0, zilch, nada. Oh, it was the Moody Blues. I didn't even know they were Birmingham based. Plops Garage says 44, 34, 8, 0. Skick says, have you ever had an IQ check? Skick, I've had literally hundreds. I went through a lot of IQ tests when I was young, because they wanted to send me to a school, some sort of special school for the gifted, and you had to go through 1,000,001 IQ tests. So yeah, I've had a shitload. Probably I've had a lot. You wouldn't believe how many. Yeah. Hello. Simone says 44, 36, 11. 2 out of 3, Simone. Are you entering Miss World, Boaty? Asked Cheeseburger. Sadly not. Not tonight. Anyway, I'm not entering anybody tonight. Windy Bottom is completely devoid of female type women persons. That's not the reason why I want to get away from this. I've got other things to do. Right, Jimmy Quinn says, oh. Okay, stop guessing. We've got a winner. I think. Let's just double check. Yeah. We have a winner. Jimmy Quinn, who doesn't want a scratch card in the first place, and doesn't need the £100,000. Jimmy Quinn, bizarrely and ironically, has won. Well done, Jimmy. Jimmy Quinn correctly identified that my chest is 48 inches, my waist is 36 inches, and my feet are size 11. So, well done, Jimmy. Of all the people to win, I can't believe it's Jimmy Quinn. Oh God, that's funny. And I know that I said before that if you don't want the scratch card, you can give it away. Sod that. You've got to have the scratch card, Jimmy. You've got to have it. Ping me your address and I will send it to you. And congratulations. Bloody hell. Jimmy, talk about money going to money. Oh dear. Oh, well, that's amused me. Tall, slim and sexy, says D-Mac. Oh, bless you. Right, Plops Garage, get it wrong. Skick says, I can guess your IQ. Well, feel free to go for it, Skick. I'm not sure that I could give you a definitive answer because every IQ test you take, you'll get a slightly different result. I've talked about IQ tests before, and it depends on the preponderance of numerically based questions to text-based questions. Depends how I do, but feel free to guess. Actually, yeah, go on, guess. Have a guess, and I'll tell you if you're anywhere near. Oh, the Moody Blues started playing in Mitchell and Butler pub, so took the initials. Is that right? I never knew that, Cheeseburger. That's brilliant. Ross had a guess and got it wrong. It was 2 out of 3. Jimmy Quinn had another guess after getting it right and only got 2 out of 3. Oh, Jimmy says scratch it now. Shall we do that? Yeah, actually, let's do that. Skick says, I would put your IQ at about 135 to 140. You're miles out, Skick. You're miles out. Jimmy Quinn says 164. Is that a guess at my IQ? If that is a guess at my IQ, Jimmy Quinn, it's a very good one. Right, it was. Yeah, 164. Have I told you this before? Maybe I have. 164 is my most commonly recorded IQ score. I have scored lower and I have scored higher, but 164 is the most common and would probably come out at about the average. Oh, this will be a little bit fun. Thank you, Jimmy. That's a really nice thing of you to do, to say scratch it now. So let's have a scratch, shall we? Let's see if Jimmy Quinn has won anything. So, in the interest of complete transparency, Here is the card. Here is a 40 shilling piece there. And I will now scratch in front of your very eyes. Told you. Sorry, that was a predictable joke, wasn't it? Okay, here we go. Oh, an EastEnders actor has been arrested on suspicion of sexual communication with a minor. Hubnut says, today I drove to Swindon, then used public transport to get home. There we are. Boaty, bringing you all the news that you didn't want in the first place. Right, so what are we doing with it? Oh, Christ, it's too dark in here. I can't bloody see what the hell I'm doing. Oh, okay. Right, it's a doubler. Oh, let me get some light. Christ above. Don't get old. Everything stops working. Well, not quite everything. Okay. Right, this is how this works, my love. My loves. That wasn't aimed at one of you. We've got 9 numbers to scratch off. If we match 3 numbers and they're black, we get the amount that they are. If they're green, we get double the amount that they are. So we'll do these 3 at a time. We'll have a bit of suspense. And then, don't worry, loves. By about midnight, we can all sod off to bed. Well, you can. I'll be sodding off doing other things. Right, let's have a look. First 3. Here we go. It's exciting, isn't it? Oh, right, okay. So, first 3. I'm going to make a mess now. Oh, good night, says Plops Garage. Good night, Plops. We've got, can you see? We've got a green 100, a black 10, and a black 100,000. Okay, on with line 2. Doing lines live on YouTube. You wouldn't think this sort of thing was allowed, would you? Oh, have I got any other updates to give you? The battery didn't arrive, or if it did arrive, then it arrived after I went to work. So anyway, I haven't got it. I did use Brian tonight. I'm still keeping the electric drain down as much as possible. And again, he just worked perfectly. Not a problem. Not a single hint of an episode. Fuck all, says Jimmy Quinn. Hold on, Jimmy, we're not done yet. Yeah, oh, and what else turned up today? Something else turned up today. Oh, yeah, right. Can anybody tell me, you need an IQ of 164 to understand the scratch card, says Cheeseburger, and he's got a point. These turned up today. So before I bloody injure myself trying to get them on, has anybody got any helpful tips? I assume the thing is bang them in hot water, soften them up. These are clutch and brake pedal rubbers for Wetleg. The brake pedal rubber is really badly worn. The clutch rubber is entirely missing, which means that when you've got a wet foot or even a dry foot, your foot keeps slipping off the clutch pedal, which is quite heavy, and that's really annoying. So yeah, these were £4 on eBay. Allegedly they're the correct ones, but anybody got a hint to put them on? I imagine they're going to be tight, and I imagine that heat is going to be the answer, hot water. But if you know better than I do, or you've got any little hints or tips, do please let me know. Other than that, no updates. I've already showed you the onion chutney, haven't I? The better weather will be helping Brian's battery, says Cheeseburger. Yeah. Yes, put them in hot water. Oh, hot water and washing up liquid. That's a good shout, actually. Hot soapy water, says Cheeseburger. Get the car boiling hot as well. Washing up liquid on the edges of the pedal. You can use... Oh, thank you, everybody. Right, let's do this next line. Oh! Okay. Right, so we have a black 40, a black 5 and a black 100,000. So we've got two 100,000s. That means we only need one more, and this ticket, which belongs to Jimmy Quinn, is going to be worth £100,000. And fucking good luck getting your hands on it, Jimmy. Because if there's another £100,000 on there, then by about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll have changed my name and moved to... Well, I won't tell you where I'll have moved to, because you'll find me. I wouldn't really. Or would I? No, I wouldn't. Of course I wouldn't. Or would I? Oh dear. Boaty's rubbing. Right, okay, here we go. Here we go, it's the big third line. First one. It's a green £2. That's no help. Right, the second to okay, quick quiz. Yeah. D-Max says, yes, I would. Okay, right, we all know that the when something is the last thing, it's the penultimate thing, right? I'm just about to scratch the one from last, so the second last thing. So if the last thing is penultimate, what is the word for the second to last thing? Anybody know? I'll give you a... Boaty's commission is 99 grand. Yeah. Oh dear. You're right, Jimmy Quinn. You'll see me in Malta. Yeah. We'll both go. That's exactly where I'd head. You know me too well. I wouldn't be difficult to find, would I? I'd be in the casino in Ara, and I'd have a suite in the Dolmen, and I'd be chatting up the waitress with the arse, if she still works there. It's been a couple of years since I've been. Oh, I had a massive thing for the waitress with the arse. Oh, what? I should rub it up. Come on, second from last, anybody? Last is penultimate, second from last, anybody know? Oh, and if anybody's interested, the other Infuriator I did that nobody got anywhere close to, my 3 favourite hotels, I'm bound to ask it again, because I'll forget that I've done this. So, for future reference, if I ever do that Infuriator again, my 3 favourite hotels in the world. Here we go. Pay close attention. The Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas. The Hotel Monte Gueldo in San Sebastian. And the Dolmen Resort Hotel and Spa in Ara in Malta. So there you go. There's your answers to that. Penultimate is the second last, says Black Lines. No, it's... Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? All right, I got my words wrong. Okay, what's the one before that then? You know what I mean. We could easily, Jimmy. You're right, no problem at all. We'd plough through that, you and me. And my God, we'd enjoy it. God, that wine is fantastic. Right, Black Lines has got it completely correct. And he spelt it correctly. Anti-penultimate. Skick says, so what is your IQ? No definitive answer to that, Skick. I've scored as low as... I think the lowest I've ever scored is 158. And the highest I've ever scored is 176. So pick somewhere in between that. What I can tell you is that I I was accepted for a school for the allegedly incredibly gifted. And my parents were told that I needed to go to this school because if I went through mainstream education, it would be a terrible waste and it would ruin me. And to cut a long story short, my parents wouldn't send me because it was a boarding school. And because of the familial history and the trauma and whatnot, they thought, and I think that they were entirely correct, that I wouldn't cope with a boarding school. So for what it's worth, I think they made exactly the right decision. We would buy an old Rolls Royce and go on a road trip. Jimmy, I'd love that. God, that would be a dream. Which roly-poly would you fancy? Okay, I was going to say that I've always wanted a Camargue. But we're not going to get a Camargue, are we? Not if we've only got £100,000 to spend. So I guess we'd have to have... Oh, God, we wouldn't even get a decent Cloud, would we? Not a 1, 2 or 3. But I'd settle for a Shadow. That IQ, says Skick, is classed as highly gifted. Yeah, I know, mate. Pre-antepenultimate means fourth last, and I totally did not Google any of it. Okay, you've beaten me because I didn't know that. Antepenultimate I did know, I didn't know pre-antepenultimate, although it makes sense. Going back to the Rolls Royce and the road trip, with £100,000 to spend, and we can't spend it all on the car, what about, Jimmy, we'll go for a Shadow 1 or 2, maybe one with an Oswald Bailey handling kit on it, which improved them out of all recognition. I've said before, I've gone on record as saying that the car I feel most comfortable and most at home in, you know, that sense when you get into a car and you think, yeah, this is my car. For me, it was always a Silver Shadow, preferably a 2 rather than a 1. Mustard's back and says that's quite exciting. King Edward's School, asked Cheeseburger. No, this was, I was accepted for King Edward's, but this was a different thing, and this predated King Edward's. It was when I was really quite young, and they wanted to send me to one of those crazy schools where you do your O-levels age 7 and your A-levels aged 8, and by the time you're 10, you've got a PhD. King Edward's came later when I was going through the relatively normal system, because King Edward's was King Edward's was a grammar, wasn't it? And that was 11, and I was accepted for it, but I'm trying to remember what happened now. I think my father had been taken poor by then, and everything had gone tits up, and yeah, by that point we were in Redditch and everything had gone to fuck. Yes. I've been busy, says Mustard, and so you should be. Let's get back to scratching this scratch card. Okay, we've got 2 left. 2 chances to get the 100,000. I am scratching, oh, it's another £5. Right, so, well, this is exciting. It's day 4 of the scratch card. Sod off. God, what you like, you lot. Okay, there you go. So, we've got a possibility of £100,000. We've got a possibility of £5. And we've got a possibility of fuck all. So, are you all ready? Shall we go for it? Wasn't Oswald Bailey a Nazi? No, that was Oswald Mosley, you great tumchi. That was Baronet Oswald Arnold Mosley. You great twerp. Oh dear. Right, here we go. No turning back, my loves. Sorry, Jimmy, we've shit out. It's no road trip for us. The black shirts, exactly. Made famous in a song by not the 9 o'clock news. Baronet Oswald Ernell Mosley. Oh, excuse me. Right, so that's that. Jimmy Quinn won the scratch card. We've scratched it. It won sod all. Oh, excuse me. God, this wine is just amazing. So, there we are. I think I've given you all of the updates that I can. The rest of the weekend, I definitely won't be here tomorrow night. Because, and I won't be here Sunday night. That's it. You've got a break, darlings. Boo! Bad scratch card, says Matt. Indeed, that was a 100k winner. Yeah, how dreams just die. I'm not. Oh dear. Oh, you're terrible, you lot. What are you like? Yeah. So tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? Saturday. Right. Sunday is the Furious Driving meet. Mustard's going to be there. Furious Driving, Matt is going to be there because it's his thing. Joseph Lloyd is going to be there. Rover Joe is going to be there. Beards and Bangers is going to be there. And I might well be there. So that's going to be quite exciting. And I've told you what sandwiches I'll be taking. And I've told you about my intention to try and video myself embracing other men in a manly embrace. That sounds like a really good idea when I'm drunk. On Sunday morning, it might not seem like such a good idea. I could end up being arrested. Oh dear. Right, okay. I'll be watching F1 this weekend, says Simone. Well, obviously, I'm all over the F1. What do you reckon on this idea of Leclerc going to Mercedes and Hamilton going elsewhere? Actually, where would Hamilton go? Ferrari would be the only possibility, wouldn't it? I mean, Red Bull would never give him a seat. It could only be Ferrari. And are Ferrari ever going to be competitive again? Blackline says, make sure you peck Lloyd on the forehead and ruffle his hair. He will love that. Oh, don't say that to me, because you know I'll do it. You know I'll bloody do it. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be, well, if the battery arrives, I'm going to change the battery. I'm going to try and fit those pedals. Thank you for your advice, those pedal rubbers on Wetleg. And what I really ought to do is take Wetleg out of the pits, put Shison in the pits. Brian needs to stay in pole position because Brian's working tomorrow night. And so whoever's working needs to be in pole position, because when I get back at midnight or whatever time it is, I can't be asked to park down the road and walk up. I want to park right outside my door. But I should take Wetleg out of pole position. I should put out of the pits. I should put Shison in there, and I should clean them. I should hoover them, and I should wash them, and I should polish them, ready for Furious Driving's event. Will I? Almost certainly not. Other than that, I've got to make the sandwiches, I've got to set my alarm, put some stuff in the car that I might need, like a tripod and a spare camera, phone, thing. I respect Hamilton, says Cheeseburger, but I don't like him. Is the Hamilton to Ferrari, Mansell tried it, didn't work out well. Well, it didn't work out all that badly, did it? Didn't he win his championship with Ferrari? He did all right with Ferrari anyway. It's about marketing, says Skick, and how to get ahead. Doing stuff that is a surprise to people and getting a bigger audience, you see, underscore. And that's a moment of education there. What's your favourite number, Boaty, asked D-Mac. Oh, God, it's boring, but probably 42. 42 or 7. Yeah, if it was a single digit, 7, double digit, 42. Oh, hang on. Oh, right, now we're talking about videos. Well, talk amongst yourselves. I'll just... the meaning of life, the universe and everything, absolutely. I am a massive... We've done this in lunch videos. I'm the world's biggest Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fan. I've got every single book, and I've got all of the books that most people don't know were even written. Everybody knows the first one. Some people know the first 4. Nobody knows the books that came after that, and there were a few. I've got the lot. And at a famous bookshop in Chicago when I was living there, I bought the omnibus edition that's like that. I'm surprised not 9. Oh, did he win the championship with Williams? Did he? Right. Oh, okay. 69, says Black Lions. Dinner for 2 with a horrible view. God. 42. The answer is yes. Yes. This is deep thought, of course. 42. 42? Is that all you've got to show for 7.5 million years of work? Oh, absolutely classic. I will add those numbers to my lotto pick, Boaty. Wish me luck, says D-Mac. Good luck indeed. I'm going to sod off, darlings. I've gone on a bit longer than expected, but it's been an absolute joy. I wanted to be here to say hello to you and catch up with you, and I'm glad that I did. We've had a bit of fun, or not, with the lottery card. And who's coming on Sunday? And if you can't come on Sunday, then remember that 2 weeks on Sunday is my second Boaty's World Peak District pub lunch, and I heartily recommend it. I've tweaked it to improve it for your enjoyment. So even if you don't want the pub lunch bit, you can come to the other bits. And I know that some of you are too far away. And I know that you would come if you could. I know that you're too far away, and we will meet up someday. So that's aimed at you, Jimmy, and you, Simone, and all the others that live in the even more of the arse end of nowhere than I do. But I hope you have the most... B&B might do a live on Sunday. Check him out. I'll be doing a live as well. That's already planned. Oh God, it's going to be that thing, isn't it, where everybody ends up with the same footage. I'm going to try and make mine a little bit different. I've got no idea how, but I'm going to be hungover and grumpy, so you can bet I'm going to do something that's a bit different from the norm, just to cheer myself up. Jimmy Quinn says, are you doing a live stream Sunday afternoon? I'm going to go live at some point during the event. Yes, absolutely. And I will try and be reasonably entertaining and irresponsible and inappropriate, to make up for all the people who do the woeful waddle around doing 612 episodes of looking at other people's cars. So, but I hope you have a great weekend. If you're going on Sunday, I can't wait to see you there. If you walk about naked, that's different, says Jimmy Quinn. Oh, don't say things like that to me, because you know I'll do it. I'm on record as doing naked things. You're talking to the man who ran around Freedom Square in Kyiv in Ukraine at an ungodly hour of the morning in front of armed militia, stark naked, apart from my hobnail boots. Oh, it'll be your birthday, Russ. Well, I'll raise a thermos of bloody Vimto to you. Please don't be naked, says Mustard. I don't want to see I don't want to see his penis again. Oh, what happened with that video? I completely forgot about it. What happened with it? Where is it? Where can I see it? I want to do something with that. And I want to do another one. Not the same thing, a different thing. I want to carry on with that. I think it's a good idea. What? Okay, right. Come on, let's all bugger off, shall we? It's late. Hold on, I'll play you out. Oh, what, on the, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Where are you going to upload it to? Which channel? I haven't even seen it. If it's as good as I imagine it could be, oh God, that could be hilarious. I don't know what would be funnier, doing it on a random one and putting it on ours. Oh God, that could be funny. People could talk. But God knows there's sod all else on there. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, do that. Let's have a look at it and figure out something to do. And then let's do another one. And everybody's now saying good night, which is lovely because it is that time. It's time we all headed off up the Wooden Hill to Bedfordshire. Thank you so much for being here, my loves. It means the world to me. It really does. Wouldn't be the same being half drunk on my own. So, yeah, weekend coming. Don't forget the big sausage and mash off all next week on Boaty's World Facebook doings. Oh dear. Okay, right, it's time to go. It's time to go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, unmute. Good night, Sven. Good night, Russ. Have a good weekend, everybody. What a lovely way to go to bed on a Friday night. God, it's like sharing a bed with me. All right, darlings, you just have the best of weekends. Whatever you're doing, I hope you love it. I will see some of you in real life on Sunday. And how exciting is that? And I'll see the rest of you in virtual life on Monday night, 11 o'clock. Possibly before. Possibly live on Sunday, possibly live on Monday. We'll see what happens. But either way, I'll see you soon. And I love you all to bits and thank you so much. Take great care of yourselves. Be happy, stay safe, stay warm, take care. And sleep tight. Bye-bye.